Tonight at 5, alarming new statistics on teen girls' mental health in Wisconsin, how you can help your students as the new school year begins. Plus, we take a look back at the life and legacy of trailblazing Indigenous advocate Ada Deer, who passed away last night. And former President Donald Trump has until next Friday to turn himself in. That's in connection with his latest indictment in Georgia. We'll have the latest in the case. You're watching News 3 now at 5. And we're following breaking news out of Rock County tonight. Authorities there are releasing a detailed account of their investigation after the body of a man who had been missing for 9 months was recovered earlier this week. The Rock County Sheriff's Office says it looked for Christopher Miller 13 times since he went missing last November. Miller's family's been critical of the efforts to find him in the months since then, but the Sheriff's Office there says it kept detailed logs of search efforts and communication with the family. We'll continue to track this story as it develops here and online at channel3000.com. There is some troubling new data about girls' mental health in Wisconsin. Our Catherine Merck shows us the stats and shares what's important to keep in mind for your kids heading back to school.
While mental health has declined for all teens in recent years, girls are faring much worse than boys in nearly every measure. For the professionals I spoke with, they say these kinds of conversations about mental health are important in every home, including their own.
Nationwide, there is a youth mental health crisis.
It's an issue that's impacting many of our state's kids, hitting close to home, not just for us, but for those behind the research as well.
We work with a lot of parents with lived experience. And when I hear them telling their stories, it brings back some of the things that we had to deal with in my home.
The latest data from the Wisconsin Office of Children's Mental Health show troubling numbers. Nearly half of Wisconsin's female high school students report feeling sad and hopeless nearly every day. That's because of many different reasons.
Kids identify for us that their mental health issues are aggravated by pressure to do well academically, pressure from social media, and they also are very concerned about climate change, about gun violence, and about the political divisiveness that is actually playing out in schools for them.
It's not one thing, it's a collection of 1,000 things.
Doctors at UW Health are looking at the patterns these girls experience on social media and are looking at how we can improve mental health when heading back to school.
We try to talk to them about trying to understand the intent of what people are posting and making choices about whether that content is working for you.
While this data is concerning, there are techniques parents can use to have these kind of conversations in their own home.
We know that when kids feel like they belong, they feel safe, that is fundamental to their well-being.
Both male and female adolescents report school as their top stressor. More of the data from the state is on our website at channel3000.com.
Southern Wisconsin could see some rain or thunderstorms overnight, but that will be the last rain we see for a while. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti on the weather patio in our first warn forecast, Gary.
Yeah, one more shot of rain, and that'll be probably after midnight tonight. Right now, it's sunny. There's hardly a cloud around, and it's kind of breezy as well, but there are some clouds and some showers and thunderstorms developing in parts of northwestern Wisconsin and northern Minnesota. You can see that band of clouds developing to the north and west. On Doppler track, those showers are still across the arrowhead of Minnesota. They really haven't moved into Wisconsin, but they will be moving southeastward pretty quickly. 6-hour future track radar shows a line of showers and thunderstorms down to around the La Crosse area just before midnight and moving through most of southern Wisconsin overnight. Low temperatures this morning were in the middle 50s here in Madison, lower 50s north and west of the Dells. A few places were in the 60s, especially over southeastern Wisconsin. These temperatures will probably be about 5 to 10 degrees warmer overnight thanks to the mild southwesterly winds. Right now, temperature is 79 in Madison, 80 in Lone Rock, 81 in Camp Douglas. So temperature is still fairly warm out there. Across Dane County, 79 in Oregon, 79 in McFarland, and 79 the current temperature in Deerfield. Look for skies become partly cloudy this evening. Temperatures dropping into the lower 70s. Don't look for any rain before midnight, but again, some showers and thunderstorms after midnight. I'll track those and tell you what we can expect from them, and then how long it'll stay dry after that. Just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. Madison police are searching for a woman who allegedly hit a child in the face while riding on a city bus late last month. Take a look. Police say the victim, a 7-year-old girl, was on a Metro bus with her family when the woman hit her. The woman got off the bus at the McKenna Boulevard and Raymond Road bus stop shortly after hitting the girl. According to an incident report, neither the girl nor her family had any interaction with the woman prior to the attack. The suspect, described as a white woman in her 40s with dark hair, about 5 feet 9 inches tall. Anyone who recognizes her is asked to contact Madison area Crime Stoppers. New at 5, the Office of School Safety has secured enough funding to keep going for at at least one more year. Attorney General Josh Kaul says the DOJ is reallocating $1.34 million in federal funding to that office. Kaul says since it launched in 2018, the office has become a critical resource for Wisconsin students, teachers, and families, especially with the Speak Up, Speak Out confidential hotline. Hunters with disabilities can now register for the fall gun deer season. That hunt runs from October 7th through the 15th. Sponsors have made thousands of acres of land available this year. Hunters or assistants should contact sponsors directly to sign up. You need to register by September 15th, and you'll find more information on the story at channel3000.com. Today, local Madison and Dane County leaders mark the one-year anniversary of the Inflation Reduction Act, the largest investment in clean energy and climate action ever created. The gathering comes on the heels of President Biden's visit to Milwaukee yesterday, where he talked about his Bidenomics. At the event, they also celebrated the Efficiency Navigator program, a local initiative that provides free energy efficiency and other upgrades to small and medium-sized multi-family housing units.
In just 1 year, it's working. It's working. It's saving people money on prescription drugs and health insurance. It's saving people money on electric vehicles, on new appliances, on solar panels, and it's investing in manufacturing, as the congressman said, right here in Wisconsin.
Madison Mayor Sachi Rhodes Conway, one of the many people at this event, is one of many Democratic officials on the president's re-election advisory board. Back in 2020, outdoor dining regulations were relaxed in Janesville. It was in response to the pandemic, of course, but those could soon be repealed. The policy approved in 2020 allows only the city building official to approve requests for outdoor dining. Janesville Council member Paul Williams says since we are no longer under the federal public health emergency, the policy should revert back to approval by the Alcohol Advisory Committee. But others say there have been no issues since 2020, and there's simply no reason to get rid of what has worked.
I think the process of how to apply for that and get it and have it granted needs to go back to the way it was prior to COVID.
We hear all the time in the community that the people want things to be easier with government. And the government did something in an unfortunate time of COVID, but I think they did a good step, and it's something that's working well.
Public comment on the matter scheduled for the next council meeting that happens on August 28th. You can catch our full report on the proposed change this Sunday on News 3 Now weekend mornings. A trailblazing Indigenous advocate, Ada Deer, died last night. She had wide-ranging impacts on our Wisconsin community. Born in Kashina, Ada Deer was a member of the Menominee tribe, later graduating from UW-Madison with a degree in social work. She worked to expand education on Wisconsin's tribal communities, eventually establishing the program on American Indian and Indigenous Studies. In the 1990s, she turned to politics, running for Congress for the 2nd Congressional District here in Madison. After losing to Scott Klug, she joined the federal government, becoming Bill Clinton's Assistant Interior Secretary for Indian Affairs. We'll have much more remembering her life tonight on News 3 Now at 6. Today, a federal appeals court ruled to restrict the abortion medication mifepristone. That decision wipes away a lower court's ruling that would have taken it off the market completely. Mifepristone is one of the drugs used to induce a medical abortion. The court found the federal government did not follow proper procedures when it loosened regulations on it back in 2016. Specifically, it was not lawful to allow the drug to be taken later in pregnancy, mailed directly to patients, or prescribed by healthcare workers or other than doctors. The decision is likely to be appealed back to the U.S. Supreme Court for a final decision. Former President Donald Trump now faces 91 felony counts in 4 separate criminal cases, the latest out of Georgia, where Trump has until next Friday to turn himself into authorities. Christian Benavides has more details from Miami.
Lawyers for former President Donald Trump are negotiating with the Fulton County District Attorney's Office to determine when he will turn himself into the county jail for processing. The Fulton County DA's office charged Trump and 18 others with conspiring to overturn the 2020 presidential election in Georgia. He's facing 13 felony counts, including violating Georgia's RICO Act, a common racketeering law.
The defendants engaged in a criminal racketeering enterprise to overturn Georgia's presidential election result.
Trump posted on social media that he plans to release a report next week showing there was election fraud in Georgia in 2020 and claims he will be vindicated. But those claims have been repeatedly debunked.
No one is above the law.
Trump's former Vice President Mike Pence reiterated that position during a speech Wednesday.
Despite what the former president and his allies have said for now more than 2.5 years and continue to insist to this very hour, the Georgia election was not stolen.
Pence is one of the many candidates trying to defeat Trump for the GOP presidential nomination. But most Republicans, including some of his campaign rivals, are supporting Trump in his legal battles as not to alienate his base.
We see the legal system being weaponized against political opponents. That is un-American and unacceptable.
The first Republican primary debate is next week, but Trump has not yet said whether he will attend. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
And the Fulton County, Georgia District Attorney is proposing Trump be arraigned the week of September 5th with a trial to begin in early March. Trump's attorneys will likely push back on that trial date because it's in the middle of the primary election calendar. Next at 5, Gary has a complete look at our forecast. Plus, the death toll continues to rise after the wildfires in Maui. New video reveals what may have caused the fires there. And on Wall Street, the Dow falls another 181 points. The NASDAQ tumbling 156. S&P loses 33.5. We'll be right back.
Construction invites you to celebrate summer with our hot summer sale. We're talking about hot savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our hot summer sale. Save 23% off gutters or insulation with any full siding project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new Beauty Rest mattress from Steinhoffels. Right now, save up to $900 on Beauty Rest adjustable base sets. Beauty Rest Queen mattresses start at only $299, and when you upgrade to a Beauty Rest Black, you'll get $300 in Steinhoffels cash and a $100 MasterCard rewards card. Beauty Rest Black Queen mattresses start at just $44 per month when you use Steinhoffels' special 72-month financing. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us. It's our pleasure. Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
Only a wise and lucky few understand the amazing benefits of real sauna bathing. Leisure Concepts has Finnish and infrared saunas that set up in a flash and will get you through winter happy and healthy. Now watch closely to see my favorite part of sauna bathing. Get to Leisure Concepts on the Beltline at the Park Street exit.
Adults can have ADHD too, and are often unaware they do. Kelly Pickens of Undivided Attention provides a comprehensive ADHD evaluation and treatment program for women with ADHD, giving vital support on the journey to understanding our brain and finding self-acceptance in spite of the challenges. Let Undivided Attention allow you to realize that you are not defined by your limitations. Request an appointment today.
Tonight at 6, we remember the legacy of leadership left by Ada Deer, a trailblazing Native American leader who dedicated her life to advocacy and change. We honor her achievements and hear from those she inspired coming up on News 3 Now.
Exploring Wisconsin's vital link to the Republican Party's past, present, and future.
Ahead of the first presidential debate in Milwaukee, I'm taking you to the place in Wisconsin where the GOP got its start.
Thursday on News 3 Now at 6.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
We are hearing for the first time from North Korea after American soldier Travis King entered the country. Pyongyang claims inhumane maltreatment and racism within the U.S. Army drove the Racine County native to cross the heavily fortified border last month, adding he is seeking refuge in the north or a third country. The Pentagon says it couldn't verify the comments came from King. 23-year-old spent 2 months in a South Korean jail on assault charges and was set to return to the U.S. for military proceedings. U.S. officials have said they believe King crossed the border intentionally and have declined to classify him as a prisoner of war, which could give him extra protections under the Geneva Convention. Alec Baldwin could face charges once again for the deadly shooting on the set of the film Rust. Variety is reporting that a forensic report found that Baldwin's revolver would only fire if the trigger was pulled, and that forensic report was commissioned by special prosecutors. Baldwin has denied pulling the trigger on the gun that killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins. Involuntary manslaughter charges were dismissed against him back in April. However, that dismissal did not absolve Baldwin of any culpability, and charges can and may be refiled. Officials say identifying those killed in the Maui wildfires will be very difficult and likely will take weeks. The fires have claimed at least 106 lives. That number is expected to rise. Gloria Pasmino now has the very latest.
A cadaver dog's bark punctuates the painstaking search and recovery efforts in the ashes of Maui's burn zones.
Just have to work through it. If we don't do our job, then the families can't get any closure.
Closure for many survivors and families will end at a morgue facility like this one in Wailuku. National mortuary and victim identification experts have arrived to assist local coroners.
If you're lucky in a circumstance like this, you get to see fingerprints.
Governor Josh Green says DNA will be key to identifying most fire victims and could take weeks.
This is much like you see in a war zone or what we saw with 9/11.
No official cause for the fire has been released yet. But new security camera video out Wednesday from a Maui bird sanctuary appears to show a power line spark, then flames erupting. The same night, the deadly blazes were ignited. Officials say it was not near Lahaina or Kula, but may illustrate one possible cause.
All the fires ignited. We measured 122 individual faults on the utility grid, any one of which could be, produce a similar result to what you see on that video.
Some survivors say the government's response is still lacking.
It's been an obvious sign of neglect, especially with the resources that the United States has.
In many cases, it's locals helping each other.
Watch what these people, this strength of this community can do, because, they're already on it.
Near Lahaina on Maui, I'm Gloria Pasmino reporting.
The President and First Lady plan to meet with first responder survivors and government officials managing recovery and humanitarian efforts on Monday. And we're learning Hawaii's Emergency Management Agency tested the emergency warning system just a few days before the wildfires ignited. Of more than 400 emergency sirens in Hawaii, 80 of them are in Maui. Many people are wondering why the sirens never sounded during the disaster. Hawaii's Governor Josh Green said he believes people would have been alerted more quickly had they been used. Officials did issue a cell phone wildfire alert. Governor Green said he believes some sirens may have been broken. Rain or thunderstorms possible overnight. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti now with his latest forecast.
But it's a one-shot deal, and those showers and storms are still quite a distance away from us. High-resolution radar doesn't show any rain across southern Wisconsin, but we widen out the view, and you can see a narrow line of showers and a few isolated thunderstorms developing across the arrowhead of Minnesota, just north and west of Superior, and those are heading southeastward. 6-hour future track radar shows that area expanding a little bit as it drifts toward the south and east. For the most part, the rain will still be north and west of our viewing area by just before midnight, but those showers and thunderstorms will move through during the overnight hours, but they'll be weakening as they do so. Severe weather outlook does show a level 2 or a slight risk of severe thunderstorms over northwestern Wisconsin, with hail and high winds being the main threats. A possibility that an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm could make it maybe as far south as the Dells, but more likely staying north and west of Toma, because by the time those storms reach us, like I say, it looks like most of the instability will be gone, will be through the overnight hours. 10-day future track rain, all of this is pretty much in the short term. Those showers and storms could bring anywhere from a quarter to a half inch, maybe locally up to an inch of rain over parts of southeastern Wisconsin. But after that, we're looking at a pretty dry forecast. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. It'll be windy and mild overnight, again with those shower and thunderstorm chances mainly between about midnight and 6 a.m. And then we'll see dry weather from tomorrow all the way through next week and probably next weekend as well. So about a 10-day dry stretch, and it'll get hot. High temperatures will be up around 90 degrees for Sunday and Monday, and it'll also be more humid. So you factor in the humidity. We'll be looking at heat index readings somewhere in the middle 90s. But weather track right now shows these showers and storms. But notice the shift in the upper level winds to a more northwesterly direction. So this will drive these showers and storms through pretty quickly. It also could tap into some Canadian wildfire smoke up in southern portions of Canada. We'll have to watch out for that on Thursday, it could be a little hazy because of that. Otherwise, temperatures right now are right around 80 degrees in southern Wisconsin. It's actually a little warmer to the north because the winds are a little stronger here. But you can see that wind shift up around the Twin Cities. That's what's fueling the showers and storms. The winds behind the front shift to the northwest, and that's what'll drop our temperatures behind the front for tomorrow. Plan your night. Look for the best chances for showers and storms after midnight tonight across Dane County. Low 67 in Mazomanie, 66 in Waunakee, and 66 in Fitchburg. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, Janesville will see the showers and storms last. They'll be at 67, 66 in Monroe. But Camp Douglas will probably clear out not too long after midnight with a low of about 62, 67 for low in Baraboo. For tomorrow, we're back to mostly sunny or partly sunny skies after any early showers end, and that's probably like maybe 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. It'll be breezy and cooler, also kind of hazy as well, again with that wildfire smoke overhead. High temperature at 75. Planning your evening, again, dry this evening. That's 8 p.m. Temperatures mid-70s. By midnight, we're still around 70 in Madison, but here come the showers and storms. It'll be a one-shot deal. They'll come on through by 3 a.m. They're already south and east of Madison, and by 6 a.m., pretty much out of southern Wisconsin. Rainfall amounts will be spotty. A few areas could pick up a quarter to a half-inch of rain, maybe some isolated 1-inch amounts over toward parts of eastern Wisconsin. Areas west of Madison, probably less than 1/10 of an inch in most areas. First warned 7 to 10 day forecast, dry on Friday with a high of 78. Then those temperatures go up for the weekend. 86 Saturday, 90 for Sunday and Monday with more humidity. Humidity starts to drop on Tuesday and those temperatures slowly fall after that. We're back into the upper 70s by Friday and Saturday of next week, again with dry weather through next weekend. As we check out first warned traffic today, things on the Beltline, okay. And we've had our usual slowdowns around Monona Drive and as the flex lanes end around Stoughton Road on the eastbound side. Otherwise, about a 19-minute trip eastbound on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate, 16 minutes back in the westbound direction. Sun Prairie to downtown will take you 18 minutes on the inbound side. Outbound, it'll take you 24 minutes today from downtown to Sun Prairie. US 12 Middleton to Sauk City is a 16-minute trip, and on I-3990 from the Beltline to Janesville is 25 minutes today. That's your News 3 Now first warned traffic.
Gary, thank you. A tribute today to one of America's oldest and historic naval vessels. More than 180 former crew members returned to the USS Intrepid in New York City to celebrate 80 years since it was commissioned into active military service. The Essex-class aircraft carrier and crew were quickly sent to the Pacific to fight the Japanese during the invasion of the Marshall Islands.
Throughout World War II, she endured aerial torpedo and kamikaze attacks. Her crew never faltering in their damage control duties to keep the ship in the fight.
More than 50,000 sailors and Marines have served on the legendary ship over 3 decades, including during the Vietnam War, even in the space race, where the vessel helped pick up astronauts and capsules. In 1982, the decommissioned carrier became the centerpiece of the Intrepid Air and Space Museum in New York, and it actually still attracts over 1 million visitors every year. Coming up, a travel hack airlines want you to skip and how it could get you banned from future flights. Details next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Secure your home, add privacy, and keep your children and pets safe with one call to Revamp Fence, South Central Wisconsin's trusted source for high-quality fencing solutions. Revamp Fence installs state-of-the-art vinyl structures 5 times stronger than wood, wind, water, and fade-resistant, easy to clean and maintain, with a variety of stunning color combinations to enhance curb appeal, and backed with a lifetime warranty. Call now during our home safety event. You'll save with 50% off installation of a new fence, or choose 24 months no interest financing. Plus, receive a $250 Home Depot gift card with purchase and a bonus. Call during this program and receive a free upgrade to solar fence post cap lights. From Madison and South Central Wisconsin, call 1-800-565-5096. That's 1-800-565-5096.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and of course you can't become and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on select popular Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, make no monthly payments for 90 days. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
I'm Megan Tim, Director of Community Health at SSM Health. You may know us as healthcare providers, but we live here too. And as good neighbors, we know our community thrives when we take care of each other. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are sharing the keys to health. Watch for our expert information and advice on air, online, and at fun local events. Join SSM Health and News 3 Now, and together, we'll unlock a healthier community by taking time for kids.
Are you sweating over high energy bills? Windows drafty or broken? Champion is here to help. With our 70th anniversary sale, buy 2 windows, get 2 free.
At Champion, we design new windows specific to your home's needs. Then they are built in our very own factory, installed by a team of professionals, and guaranteed for a lifetime by our best-in-class warranty.
Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Demand pushed summer airfares higher, but now if you're looking for a deal on a last-minute summer getaway, a popular airfare hack has recently been in the spotlight for potential savings, but experts say it is not worth it. Karen Kafa looks at what it means for end-of-summer travel.
For air travelers, a direct flight isn't always the cheapest route.
Travelers tend to want shorter itineraries, so they're willing to pay more for direct flights.
That's left some passengers tempted to try a risky travel hack called skip lagging or hidden city ticketing. It's when a passenger purchases a cheaper ticket with a connection in their desired destination city and they skip out on the final leg.
You notice that if you book a trip actually to Orlando with a stop in Miami, you can get that ticket for $80. So you're potentially saving money. And what you would do is you would just get off the plane in Miami when it stopped there and give up the rest of the ticket onto Orlando.
It's not illegal, but Katie Nastro, travel expert for Going, says it can be a violation of your contract of carriage with the airline. The fine print on a ticket that outlines your passenger rights and responsibilities.
If they were aware that you weren't traveling onwards, that's a seat that could potentially have gotten sold to another customer.
Clint Henderson, managing editor of The Points Guy, says airlines have ways to punish passengers who are caught.
They can close your frequent flyer account. They could kick you off the flight potentially and make you buy a last-minute one-way fare, or they could ban you from the airline.
It's especially tricky during unpredictable summer travel, where a weather diversion could take you further off course and cost you more than you saved. In New York, I'm Karen Kafa.
We'll be right back. Final check your first warn forecast.
Update your roof and get 11% off everything at Menards. Your roof is the first line of defense for protecting your home. And Owens Corning shingles are the #1 most trusted brand by contractors. Choose from over 50 styles and get ultimate protection with a limited lifetime warranty and up to 130-mile-per-hour wind warranty. Save on your entire roofing project and get 11% off all Owens Corning shingles right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Your foundation doesn't improve the appearance of under-eye puffiness. Your concealer doesn't make fine lines disappear. Even worse, they can make those imperfections more noticeable. Introducing Tint and Tighten, a new must-have lightweight tinted cream that is sure to find its place in your makeup routine. Tint and Tighten is the only tinted cream that creates a temporary tightening layer on the surface of the skin, which works to instantly reduce the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and under-eye puffiness.
It's a very time-consuming thing to put foundation on and do your eyes and your lips, and I'd much rather just have a product that I can put on my face that makes me feel good. The thing I love about Tint and Tighten is the refreshed feeling my skin has. It's not heavy, it's not greasy, my wrinkles are gone, especially around my eyes. My skin feels smooth, I feel youthful.
Compared to Tint and Tighten, there was another product that I was trying, and one
one of the things that was a problem is leaving residue in the area underneath the eyes where your concealer would go. So I found that was a challenge, but using this particular product, I realized it's not leaving a residue.
Tint and Tighten works to smooth out wrinkles and under-eye puffiness in just 10 minutes while covering and concealing dark circles, age spots, and uneven skin tone, making you look and feel years younger.
Right around this area, I have fine lines, which a lot of people obviously deal with as they age. And then also in this area, I had very dark circles. They were little, just puffed out a little bit, and that without any makeup is almost eliminated.
What's even better is that these remarkable results last for up to 8 hours without needles or injections. Want to look your best for that upcoming event, date night, or job interview? Maybe you simply want to feel younger and more confident with your appearance. Then add Tint and Tighten to your makeup routine and bring youthfulness back to your life. Try it this summer for up to 50% off and free shipping. Visit tntcream.com or call the number on your screen.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet, like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains, designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
We've got a lot of news coming up. School bus nightmare after a new bus route planned using computer algorithms delayed thousands of school children. Some didn't get home until 10 p.m. The system meltdown and the outrage from parents. What happened? That and more news tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 6, we are live in Sun Prairie, and that's a live look. The 70th Annual Sweet Corn Festival happening now through Sunday. Tune in to see everything they have to offer in Sun Prairie. Lots of corn. And Gary is here with the forecast.
Should be a pretty nice weekend overall. The only threat for rain is really tonight, but you can see on the live view from the WISC-TV Skycam and the Platteville Queen Bee Radio Skycam, not a lot of clouds out there, but there are some showers and storms just approaching northwestern Wisconsin. Looks like they'll still stay north and west of our viewing area until about midnight tonight.
We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News is next.